always existed in a competitive environment with commercial broadcasters from the very start. And so we've always been a little bit smaller, and we have not controlled as many channels as other broadcasters have. So I think that's part of the origins of it. But we're okay with that. We work hard. We try to have a big impact in places that matter, in children's programming and in factual programming. And our remit doesn't really cover entertainment or sports or things like that. Those have always been handled by commercial broadcasters in the U.S. We continue to grow. We continue to work very hard. I think in an era where people are questioning their information sources, the fact that PBS is the most trusted media source in the United States and has been for 15 years means that in areas of documentary and public affairs programming, we can play a very critical role. We continue to play a very important role in children's programming, where we have educationally based programming that has no commercial aspect to it, only educational purposes. And we continue to provide programming in other underserved genres like the arts and history, where quality program is appreciated by our audience, even if it is not the largest audience in financial sense. I think as a public broadcaster, the media universe has gotten so much more complex with far more players, some of them legitimate players, and some of them sources of disinformation or misinformation. And so to maintain our standards and keep serving an audience gets more difficult when there are more devices, more apps, more channels through which people can get content. And so we have to stay very focused on what our purpose is, and but figure out new ways to serve that purpose in a much, much more complex environment. Well, yeah, I think that we certainly want to generate content that unites people and that energizes people in a positive way, but that's mostly doing what we've always done, which is very high quality content that is not about taking political sides, that is not about dividing people, but it's about lots of things that are of common interest to people. So it's a little bit less about grabbing a particular demographic for us, but we have been innovating steadily as the internet-based media has grown, and we have aggressively rolled out content on the web, content in mobile, content in OTT, and we continue to try to be wherever our audience might be. We continue to try to find them there and serve them there. I regularly find myself, if I'm wearing something with a PBS logo, being stopped by 20-year-olds and 25-year-olds who want to talk about particular pieces of media, typically documentary work, that they are finding online, and they don't even think about us as a broadcaster. They think about us as the source of that documentary about a particular historical topic or other subject. Yeah, I think this kind of conference is critically important for public broadcasting. We share many common challenges, but we also have different challenges, and we solve the common challenges in different ways. And it's very easy, if you are sitting alone in your country trying to solve your problem, to think that you're isolated because you are one public broadcaster amidst a sea of commercial broadcasters. So when public broadcasters come together, like at this conference, we get new ideas, we get new energy, we hear about how other people are solving the challenges that we're solving, and we come away stronger and with our common values reaffirmed. Well, I think a particular form of media only becomes legacy if you stop innovating and stop putting energy into it. So some might say that over-the-air broadcasting is legacy, or that print media is legacy. And indeed, if legacy means it's been around for a long time and has a great history, we can embrace that. But if legacy means it's not relevant, then the only reason it becomes irrelevant is if we allow it to become irrelevant.